jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
Yo, shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game, A-Side official, no negotiation needed. You already know WCS the first to the building. Salute to everyone that's on deck. What's good? I'm going to wait for a little bit more people to get in here. I'm not going to go through the ins and outs on why my notifications ain't being put out. It's just the way it is. I don't own this platform, so it is what it is, man. People hit me up and say, I never receive your notifications. Hey, there's nothing I can do about it. Real talk. There's nothing I can do about it, man. And I'm definitely not going to say the same thing every time I come on live, man. So, for those of you that's inbound, just hit the sub button. And, pretty much understand that there's a little effort goes into hitting the like button too. We're going to talk about what everybody else is talking about. And that is the situation that went down at the social carnival. It needs to be talked about. In light of April 20th, being that the entire lead up to that fight and fight night, and then the post-fight dramatics, to hear Devin Haney say he would never step in the ring with Ryan Garcia again after this incident that happened at the carnival, that is your only hope. That is your only hope, to step in there with Ryan Garcia. And fighters need to be smart about this. Boxing's supposed to be a business. But yet when it comes down to tough business, sometimes people, deflect away from that. I'm not on here to make light of what Devin Haney had going on. I'm not here to do it. But he did put himself out there again after going through a serious situation where it made him pick up more fans than he actually had to begin with. Ryan Garcia made it easier for Devin Haney to improve his fan base. And also it looked good for him as a champion at the time at 140 pounds to be able to go in there and fight, make it to the 12th round, still walk up out of there with the belt, even after Ryan Garcia was proven to test positive for Ostarine. Now, not to tinker back into the full-blown story, but my point is, what I'm trying to say to you all is, he did everything he was supposed to do on that night. So my thought process is, why don't you build on that fight? Because it's not a lot of names out here that fighters are able to build rivalries with. I was talking the other night how Timothy Bradley, built the rivalry with freaking Manny Pacquiao. Well, he built the trilogy, okay? And that trilogy may have gotten him in the Hall of Fame. Real talk. That Pacquiao on his record. And then you have Andre Ward, who fought Sergey Kovalev twice. You know what I'm saying? We was hoping in this era that we was able to get Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence too. We was hoping for that rematch because it too had so much storyline to it that was so interesting and entertaining. Had the people buzzing, had the fight fans tuned in, wanting to see a round two. Literally, y'all, they wanted to see a round two rematch. Because round two is when everything started to take place. Everything started to get interesting. You know what I'm saying? So, being that there's a lot of fighters that doesn't have rematches with fighters, a lot of fighters out here that are talking about making this money, making that money, and I'm saying to myself, you just was in a situation where Ryan Garcia had to pay you for coming in overweight, right? That's what everybody was talking about. How Devin Haney had to pay Ryan Garcia. How Ryan Garcia had to pay Devin Haney for coming in overweight. Then you go and have an altercation with a patron at a local carnival, and you might be coming out the pocket with even more money than you paid Ryan Garcia for the weight. Because it doesn't matter of who threw the hardest punch, who was able to drop him, any of that. It's who threw the punch first, who provocated the entire incident to begin. They always talk about words, words, words. WCS has been on here and talked about words. You know what I'm saying? Words have gotten people killed. Words have allowed people to face legal action. Words have absolutely changed the lives of people. But words also have de-escalated situations, if, depending on who it is. But regardless of what was said by the patron, Devin threw the first punch, clearly. I don't know who that person was that was over there from afar using their media skills to get that moment. But that moment went viral beyond belief. That moment went viral. Okay? So let's talk about that moment. Ryan Garcia reacts to Devin Haney's Orange County Fair. We're going to get back to that. Fist fly in fight at social fair. Cops take a battery report. Devin Haney threw a punch in a brawl at a Southern California fair this week, and now the incident is the center of assault and battery report via TMZ. Check out the video filmed by a patron at the OC fair in SoCal, where 25-year-old Haney, who looks to be with a group of friends, fires a left straight at a man who's seemingly been arguing with the group. It is unclear if Haney punch landed, but the fight was on, with at least 3 others letting the fist fly at the lone man as he attempted to defend himself. A few seconds later, as the fight continued, sirens could be heard, which seemed to prompt Haney to walk away from the scene, followed shortly after the rest of the group. The Orange County Sheriff Department responded to the scene, according to the agency, where they met someone who claimed to be the victim of an assault and battery. Aside from the alleged victim, OC says everyone else had already fled the scene, so no arrest was made. So where this takes a turn for potentially a legal ramification is if that particular patron who was punched selects to sue. and he's going to sue the richest person in the group. It just so happened the richest person in the group happened to be Devin Haney. He's a familiar face, no shade song at a freaking social fair. I don't know how crazy, man. I don't know. When I get into these moods, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, damn, it's a lot more that you can be spending your time on. And then when you're not spending your time effectively, you end up spending money from that time that you just squandered. And why you squander it? From a damn poor decision, bro. You're clashing. You are a world champion in 2 divisions, but you out here throwing punches at a patron. I can't tell you how disappointing that is. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense. And then you have people that want to, defend and try to make it. Listen, the Hispanic fight fans, if that dude was Hispanic, they gonna talk their shit. Period. You know what I'm saying? Whatever Hispanic fight fans that he may have earned from freaking losing that fight with Ryan Garcia, but still coming out a little bit clean due to Garcia popping dirty. I think that's all but evaporated. How did this all tie into what's next for Devin Haney after this? I don't know. We have to wait till several weeks pass by and see if this is going to be a settlement type of deal, if the person even going to file a report. But the battery report was filed, but we're trying to see if a civil, are we going to look to see, is there going to be a civil suit filed with this person? I'm not wishing either way, if that person, I don't get into that. All civil suits. I hope he do this. I hope he do that. Everybody saw the video that went viral. Everybody knows who threw the first punch and then who actually did what they had to do after that. Now, for me, I have to allow you all to see the video. Why? Because it's very interesting to see how everything played out. I don't agree with certain areas of how the punch was thrown and then the numbers of the group. And this is why I talk about leadership. You know what I'm saying? Hold on for a second. When you talk about the leadership, when you are supposed to be the one that's the money maker, the breadwinner, you're supposed to be the celebrity, the elite boxer. When you're around a group of people that don't consider you to be that, you don't have even one person in the group that's going to turn to you after you threw the punch and say, let's go. Every single one of them, after you threw the punch on one dude, they all joined in. That means they're not equal to the maturity level. You know what I'm saying? They're not leaders. Just like Devin, you're not a leader, bro. Because you should have thought about what it's going to cost you if you threw the first punch and knowing that you weren't going to just be able to walk off like nobody was going to recognize as you. And I'm pretty sure after you being booed out the arena, there was multiple people who pulled up and was willing to snitch on you at the fair. Look, the sheriff couldn't get a word out, and there was people lined up. I know who did it. 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 They were snitching on you left and right before you even gassed out the parking lot, before your rear bumper was out the parking lot, bro. They were snitching on you big time. I know. I got the video. I got the video. I got the video. They was all willing and able to get that sheriff information on you. Let's take a look at this situation that occurred at the OC Fair. Let's take a look. It's very, very important for us to pay attention, because this is how people loses their jobs, their careers. And it's good for him that he's in boxing where you don't have to show up for work every day. You know what I'm saying? So let's take a look at how it all played out. If you can see this video, let me enlarge it. Okay, maybe that's better to give you a larger scale of what's about to happen. So let's just take a guess. There's 4 people to the group, 5 people. 5 people. All right, there's Devin behind. They have the barrier set up. It's 3 of his friends in front of him, and then the one out there to the side in the all green. Now, there's no way in hell, as long as we've been living, that we can't recognize a green sweatsuit. Nah. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure at this age, we're colorblind like a mother, but yeah. You know, that green sweatsuit. Let's hit this triangle right here and see this softly placed vicious punch. So therefore, Devin swings, and the guy seems to be out of range at that time for, Devin at this point. Now, one thing I will note about Devin, he looks like he is a freaking light heavyweight at this point. And also the friend that was to his left threw a punch too and backed up for no reason. Like backed up for no reason. So the next person is going to throw a punch is the one in the orange. Okay? The one in the orange is at closer distance. And what I don't like about this is that, first of all, the whole group is black. The whole group is black. The reason why I'm saying this is because certain people love to bring race into it. Every time it deals with their favorite fighter or somebody who they want to praise and bring up to the highest power, they want to look for any little sprinkle, any little fragmentation to bring race into it. But somehow on this topic, I haven't heard these individuals talk about race. You know what I'm saying? They just want to bring in Ryan Garcia's name all the time. No, this don't have nothing to do with Ryan Garcia. No. People have to take accountability, and this is one of those accountable moments. So let's see who throws the next punch. So as you just seen, the dude in the orange steps up and throws a right hand. Now, if you're looking, the individual that was in the all green sweatsuit is standing next to the guy in the white t-shirt who threw the punch immediately after Devin Haney. Now, why he was standing over there, I don't know. But this is young-minded individuals, first of all. And they was probably over there talking about what's going to happen next. But this guy sucker punched the dude from the blind side, from what it seems. And the dude stumbles back. Now, let's do a count one more time. You have the guy in the orange, number 2, guy in the green, guy in the white, and then it seems like there's another guy over there. Now, you have people standing around that's in close proximity to this circle. Let's continue to keep it moving. So the guy has been punched at this moment by how many people? Devin, the guy in the white t-shirt, and the dude in the orange. And he gets up immediately. Now that's goddamn over half of your group. Over half of your group, and one Hispanic, what it looks like. I don't know what it was nationality. He look Hispanic to me. 3 full punches, and this guy gets back up immediately. He's not. Look. Harvey Dock is nowhere in sight. He said, I don't have to go over there for that. He seems to be okay. He didn't even give him a count, y'all. Dude gets right back up. Now here comes the dude in the green that wants to start wailing away, throwing punches and grabbing onto clothing. So the Hispanic actually landed a shot. Now I want you to take notice. I want you to take notice of something. The actions of the individual that actually threw the first punch that's Devin Haney, who's exiting the screen, exiting the view of the camera. He walks away. He's gone. He was the first one to throw the punch. He's gone. Now, the victim, he's been punched by four different individuals. The one in the white t-shirt, the one in the orange, Devin himself, and then the one in the green. But at this point, his friend, you know what I'm saying, starts to want to swing and pull and tussle, just making it bigger than what it should be. When after the first punch was thrown, somebody in that group should have grabbed Devin and left. But hey, I don't know what the guy was saying. I'm not gonna say he was dropping the N-word. No, because that's what they wanted to go. Oh, he was saying something racist, and Devin Haney had to respond. No, I don't think so. I don't think he was saying anything racist, nor am I gonna assume what he was saying. I just feel like that's not what the topic was that forced or influenced Devin Haney to emote on demand with a punch. So he walks away. The guy over there, you know, fixing his top, he's still on his feet. And then the one in the green, he has no idea that the person that he came with is probably gonna have to bail him out if he stays there, has left the area. Why didn't somebody just turn back and say, hey man, let's go. And I guess they did that because he hurried up and got up out of there. So they hurry up and hightail it out the carnival without even playing, you know, any one of the games or jumping on the carousel for one last ride before they hit the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Because the carnival is a place where, you know what I'm saying, if you want to test your bravado and test your punching power, you know what I'm saying, that's where you go with a bunch of friends. You know what I'm saying? That's where you want to go. Don't worry about the kids. They're minding their own business. They're in the parental guidance of their parents. But when you were the professional fighter and not one person out of the group says, hey, bro, chill, man. You better than that, man. You're on another level than them. I mean, no matter what that guy said, that's why you know you got your ass beat by Ryan Garcia or something like that. Forget what he's talking about. Forget about that. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if this guy selects to take you to court on a civil suit, then you're going to have to come out the pocket with a good little chunk of change. Now, I don't know if this dude went to the hospital, like I said. I'm not on that time, people. I don't sit up here and try to fabricate stuff because it was my people, you know, in the group, and they was absolutely dead ass wrong. So I'm gonna come up with 50 scenarios on why they was right at what they did. You know, to the point of them basically taking their anger out on one person, throwing punches on one individual, outnumbering the individual, professional fighter at that, possibly somebody, you know, a couple of them may have been, you know, a part of the team or had some type of boxing know-how. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to go in to try to tighten this up, intensify it, or give him a little bit more intrigue. I just know for a fact when it comes to you, Devin Haney, you need to grow up. When you get up here knowing that you're young in the sport of boxing, and yes, I'm going to keep it neutral too. There's boxers out here that's did way worse than Devin Haney. Real talk. But I'm not here to give you a therapeutic exemption. I'm here to tell you that was a stupid idea on what you did. Not only that, is the fact that Ryan Garcia is suspended to next year, and it just seems like you're bored. Like, who are you fighting next? Why are you so big right now? You're 25 years old. Do you know when you start getting older, I can tell you start putting on some weight and it's harder and harder and harder for you to get off? Why? Who's next for you? What division are you fighting? Are you going to get Mario Barrios? Are you moving up to 147 to fight anybody? They're not gonna give you the pass. I mean, I thought you was, trying to be the best boxer, one of the best boxer ever. And coming off such an embarrassing loss, regardless if Ryan Garcia tested positive, don't you have better planning to do? You threw that punch, right? And all I can think about, Devin, is, when I was in the grocery store and I was like, damn, you hit that dude first. And all I can do is, think of a Haney punch kit. Real talk. I say, damn, this is a Haney punch kit. I was going through, I say, man, I really want to make me some cocoa. And it just dawned on me. I say, shit, do I really want to put marshmallows and take away from Devin's inventory? You know what I'm saying? Do I really want to take away from his inventory? Because he might send one of those same people in here and get him the Haney punch kit. Comes with the mini marshmallows, different flavors. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe that's it. Or, you take that punch kick and you make that pre-workout, that Haney pre-workout. That'll get you where you need to be. If you don't want people talking on your name, speaking on your name, please stay out the street from doing dumb shit. Stay out the street. Marshmallows are nothing. Come on, bro. Marshmallows are nothing. That's what they saying from that colossal freaking left hand that you threw. You're coming off a controversial fight where you should be trying to zone in on what's your next scheduled name. Is it going to be somebody, a big name? Are you going to fight somebody that we don't want to see? I mean, they was booing you out of the arena. You should be focused on that. Not going out here throwing a punch and a regular civilian, a non-fighter, a non-licensed professional fighter, he didn't get dropped. Your friend sucker punched him, or whoever he was, from the side. Dude went down a little bit and got back up. It seems like everybody was on the Haney punch kit. Real talk. They was on that Haney pre-workout. You know what I'm saying? When you put those marshmallows at the top, boy, them things melt in there. And man, you got you a huge sugar hit. It really soothes your body from the inside. And then you feel all that generated surge of energy. Just like you sipping on a nice cup of Haney pre-workout. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like a marshmallow to quench your motherfucking sugar hit and get you nice and ready to go in there and punch some flowers. It ain't nothing like beating up a bed of flowers. For real. There's a lot of people get arrested, but from the way you punched that guy, for real, I know you done fucked up some butterflies in your day there, Devin. I know you done fucked up some butterflies, for real. And the bad thing about it, you catch them when they coming right out the cocoon and they don't even know what the fuck going on. And you sit up there and punch them right when they then start to take their first fight. Bow! Not all of them went down from the first 10 punches you landed. But if you had a cup of that goddamn Haney pre-workout with the fresh marshmallows in there, I'm talking about the real soft ones. Because you know what happened to marshmallows when you put them next to heat? They getting all nice and mushy and stuff like that. I know back in the day making s'mores, man, that shit was good. That's the only thing I could have came up with on how viciously soft you hit that dude and he didn't even flinch. You know what I'm saying? I need to send him some t-shirts with no flinch on, no flinch zone on that motherfucker. Because he didn't flinch at all when you threw that punch. You didn't have your camel pack? You didn't load up and get your hydration and put that Haney pre-workout in there before you threw that punch? Marshmallows are nothing, right? That's what they say. Marshmallows are nothing. People looking at this, and you know what they saying there, Devin? They saying, God damn. Jesus Christ. You couldn't. Like, they're not even worrying, thinking about Ryan Garcia no more, bro. They're thinking about you throwing a punch and didn't even drop a civilian. And you look like you weighing close to 200 freaking pounds, man. Why you didn't say marshmallows or nothing before you threw that punch, man, to generate that extra power? Marshmallows or nothing. Ping. Damn, he's still standing. I hit that mother. Damn. He had to look down at his feet and see if he still had on those ugly ass shoes he had the night Ryan Garcia was freaking jumping on his ass. You know, Pippi Longstocking, her limited editions that was brought out the archives. You know, the ones look like, a gray pair of tube socks or Fruit of Balloons. Those of you that came up when I did. Looked like his boxing shoes was made from Fruit of Balloons. You know what I'm saying? With just an extra little bit of lining on there for the wintertime. I bet his motherfucking goddamn ankles was sweating. They was hurting because he had no motherfucking support. One of the worst outfits. And now we out here with one of the worst punches ever recorded. That was one of the worst punches ever recorded from a professional boxer. There might be some. I have to go through the archives and dig and try to retrieve those fossils. But that right there from a two-time world champion, a two-division world champion, rather. I have to ask myself, it's like, God damn. This has went viral for all the wrong reasons while you up here telling people you'll never step in the ring with Ryan Garcia again. And that is exactly who you should step in the ring with. Marshmallows or nothing. That's exactly who you should step in the ring with next. Because that's the only person that you're going to make money with that's of any notoriety in the next 5 years. In the next 5 years, man, that is the only one that can give you a big fight. And you really need that, because there's a lot of restless boxing fans out here wondering, can you straight up beat Ryan Garcia even if he's off the juice? You know I'm right. You know I'm right, bro. It's a lot of people passionate about laying that claim out there. And it's even more validated now seeing you at a local fair. And they saying to yourself, see what I told you? He can't beat Ryan, dog. Regardless if Ryan's on the juice, off the juice. You know what I'm saying? He can't beat him, dog. You know, and Devin, let me explain something to you. It's not the fact that it's not 100% with the tally of the fact that you threw the punch and it was viciously soft. Viciously soft. But it's the fact that you was at a carnival, bro. You know what I'm saying? You was at a carnival. There was a patron. And he wasn't no imposing, intimidating looking dude. Like we talking about 6'6", 6'7". We talking about taller than the average. No. This was a dude that was about your height. You and him looked like y'all was in the same weight class. And you was behind whoever and you threw the punch. And it seemed like that dude didn't even flinch. He didn't even move, not one hair. That right there, man, it decreased your boxing fight code, bro. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it decreased, it really reduced your boxing fight code, because a lot of people said to themselves, and there's been a lot of people talking about that incident because it went viral there, Devin. They're saying, hey, I don't think he can get it done. I don't think he can beat Ryan Garcia regardless. I mean, they're up here conversing amongst one another about the altercation that they just seen. And they say, yeah, he had a full open shot. Clean shot. Clean. And I wouldn't even consider that to be called violence, an act of violence. You know what I'm saying? That's where the guy may not get paid. When they look at the video, they're going to say, sir, I understand that you're suing for him, you know, throwing the punch and the other ones, but it seemed like none of the punches was violent. Now I'm not being facetious about it, but it just seems like the shots wasn't violent. They did have some activity to them. You know, if you look at it from a certain way, certain angles, you dim the lights just a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? You know, throw some music in the background, then maybe we get the suspense and thriller that we're looking for. But right now, with everything just the way it is, nah, I don't see the violence of it. You know what I'm saying? But you can go ahead and file the battery report. You can go ahead. You know what I'm saying? I know there was multiple individuals that was throwing punches, but we just don't see it as a violent type of situation for whatever. We didn't see it as a raging onslaught. Yeah, a lot of people was moving, but they was doing a little of nothing. That's all we saying. But yeah, your people did throw the punch and hit him, so we need to take action. You know what I'm saying? Marshmallows are nothing. Hey man, shout out to marshmallows are nothing. Because without marshmallows, man, you couldn't goddamn slap somebody and mush that marshmallow in their eye and blind them temporarily so you can get some punches off. I mean, Devin Haney is using marshmallows as a different form of freaking weaponry. You know what I'm saying? Who would have ever thought that a professional fighter will have marshmallows in his arsenal, his repertoire? You know what I'm saying? His cachet of ammunition. Who would have thought marshmallows of everything? You put it on the tip of your, on the front of your fist, and you just punch and let the marshmallow do the rest, man. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen marshmallows shoved up somebody's nostrils? Vicious. Ugh. Ooh, you thought you seen a snotty nose. Oh man, them marshmallows. Oh man, it's a god awful sight, yo. You shove some marshmallows up somebody's nostrils, and that shit gonna come. Man, that's one of the most heinous sights you ever see. Not to mention, if you're able to land the punch clean and the marshmallow on the end of your freaking fist, and you just really land it flush, and then you twitch it side to side, 9 and 3, like you rotate that fist and rub that marshmallow into the eyes. Hey, we're talking about possible eye replacement. Marshmallows taste really good. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what you're doing. But the contents within the marshmallow, if you combine that with human sweat, you know what I'm saying? And just a tad bit, just a tad bit of force. I'm talking about just a tad bit of what they say, pound PSI? You know what I'm saying? Pounds per square inch. If you get somebody throwing a punch and it's like 1.2 pounds per square inch with the marshmallow on the end of their fist and they hit you in the eye with it, yeah, you're talking about worse than a scratch retina. Worse than a detached retina. We're talking about career ending. You know what I'm saying? This is I believe called freaking marshmallow dermatitis, ocular freaking degradation, you know what I'm saying, visual impairment. But you can't have somebody, it's not going to work if you have somebody that's just sitting at about 50 pounds per square inch. No, it needs to be around 1.3 to 1.6. It has to be a lower freaking pressure with that marshmallow to do the correct amount of damage. That's all WCS is putting out there. Okay? But shout out to, like I said before, marshmallows are nothing. I mean, that's the support you need. I mean, without marshmallows, who would we be in the art of war? You know what I'm saying? When you see somebody vicious, a vicious soft punch, and the recipient doesn't budge, it make you want to say, you know what? Let me call up Shaw News because he does have his manager license. Maybe you should go up here and the guy that got punched, maybe you should try to sign him. Because it seems like he can take a pretty good punch, man. He took a punch from a undisputed lightweight world champion, and stood up on his feet, and Harvey Doc didn't give him the count. You trying to tell me that's not a good recommendation? Hey, Shaw News, if you're listening, I'm close to getting the information of the guy. I'm going to send him your way. You know what I'm saying? I think that's somebody you should sign. I don't know what his cardio like. I have no idea what weight class he's going to be in, but he took a punch from a undisputed lightweight world champion and also a WBC super lightweight world champion, and he didn't flinch one bit. You need to get your paperwork together and sign this guy ASAP. Put him on celebrity, put him on something. He's viral right now. Dude is viral. You know what I'm saying? And they say the reason why he was so lucky and had that strength and spiritual, that spiritual energy around him, because his name may be Jesus. His name may have been Jesus. And we all know what Jesus actually spells. Jesus took that punch, boy. He say, yes, my name is Jesus, but all my life I consider myself to be a Jesus. Yes, Jesus, that's who I am. My people call me Jesus, but for me, when I look in the mirror, it's Jesus. Yes. In this holy name, Jesus, that's who I am. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't get mad. Let me go over here to the chat, man. Shout out to the News by Shaw News Sauce Experience in the building. Team Tucker is coming off a very entertaining, high level performance, once again showing out in the midst of all the insurgency that was behind the mic. Team Tucker official on deck. Salute to you, man. Shout out to Mike in the building. What's good? Andrew Charles say, if it wasn't Devin and it wasn't on camera, it wouldn't just been a harmless little scuffle. We've all gotten into those before, but I would say it was Devin and it was on camera. Yeah. I'm just curious of what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? Good point. Shout out to Jessica, the queen on deck. Salute to you. Shout out to the OG, Mr. Golden in the building. What's good with it? Shout out to Al Money, dropping the $2 super chat, lighting up the tree of life for WCS. I appreciate you, man. One love to you. Thanks for supporting the channel. Arnold Brown in the building. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't feel no type of way now. Y'all don't feel no type of way about the thumbnails. They harmless. You know what I'm saying? If you feel some type of way about it and you act like it's a moment where you need to get personal, I would not entertain you, because once again, this is social media, and some people get so closely involved with fighters to the point where the fighter deserves the criticism. You know what I'm saying? The fighters deserve the criticism, man, when they do something stupid. Look, you know why I don't feel no type of way? Because fighters be going at each other's neck, getting super personal on here. And then the content distributors, they go out here and talk about it and do live streams on it all the time. But yet in moments like this, they feel like they want to defend the fighter because, they weren't going at another fighter. You don't have the right to talk about them. Hell, I don't. You're a professional fighter, man, and you going out here throwing a viciously soft punch where the patron was taking punches from your whole crew. Now that dude, his street cred just went up. I don't know who he is or what group he wasn't a part of, but he was working at a carnival. I'm pretty sure they freaking promoted him. They say, hey, we want you to move up to head security in charge, because we seen you take punches from an entire group and still keep your feet planted and maintain your situation awareness and vigilance. We love that. And we're going to give you an award too. All right. We're going to give you a free pass for 2 full weeks of unlimited popcorn. Okay. And we're going to give you 3 comp tickets so you can invite some whoever you want, family and friends, your girl, whoever. It don't matter. We thank you for your service. That's what they told him. Thank you for your service. Thank you for protecting these innocent patrons. Shout out to Blue Hustle in the building. What's good with it, bro? He said cotton balls and marshmallows is the way to go, if you ask me. Marshmallows to me it goes good with a nice, hot glass of cocoa to get that sugar hit going, to get you amped up, knowing you about to go to the gym and put in that work. And listen, you're 25 years old. I'm going to put it out there already. You call me crazy, but I'm going to put it out there. 25 years old, who's to say he's already grown into his grown man strength? Is it a possibility that Devin Haney may potentially haven't yet grown into his grown man strength, and there still may be a moment where his body transforms and he starts to knock opponents cold out? He's only 25. Maybe his grown man strength is going to show up around 28 and a half, 29 and a half, even 30. We don't know, y'all. We don't know. We don't know. Real talk. But the way I look at it, it's a Marine right now. It's a Marine right now that will tell you straight up. We was with a group. Him and his dumbass partner always want to get drunk, and we was well equipped with the numbers, and they wanted to start a fight with these 2 guys, and it was 2 against 2. 2 against 2. And being that they was inebriated and they have been told, hey, don't go in here and just get drunk for no reason. You're supposed to represent yourself. That's what it is. And they start getting dusted off a little bit. So much to the point where I had to grab one of the guys that was on top, and I had to toss him about 20 feet. You know what I'm saying? I had to get him off, you know what I'm saying, and kind of slow down the pace. Gave my man time to get up. He thought I was about to jump in. I ain't jumping this dude. He ain't doing nothing serious. Y'all just throwing hands. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it wasn't like it was unprovoked. Like some people get intoxicated and they start trouble, bro, for no freaking reason. If somebody tell you that that's their girl, leave her alone, or that's my sister, you're drunk, leave her alone. You keep on being disrespectful, and then you want to throw the Marine, and then, him and his partner start fighting, you and your friend who's drunk. No, it's not going to be no jumping in, but we will safeguard it and make sure you ain't in no serious trouble. But to this day, he feels some type of way. And I wasn't the only one that was there. It was several of us. But we understood where we was at and what the repercussions could be. And neither one of us thought the fight was that serious. Man, come on. Drunk dudes throwing punches, man. But he learned the lesson that day. You know what I'm saying? Because you just can't go up here and do stupid shit like that. I don't believe in, in some cases where somebody is that one person, let's just say that one person at the fair was being overly aggressive and throwing something, or he threw a punch and initiated. Okay, I can see what the retaliation is like. But when you were a professional fighter, not everybody can say they at the fair, the local fair, with a professional fighter in the group. Could you imagine what the conversation was like leaving the parking lot? You know, the one that was in the orange who threw the punch that actually dropped him? He said, man, I dropped that motherfucker. I dropped that motherfucker. Devin say, I did too, man. Hold up, what? Man, you start to lie like that, man. I'm catching the Uber. You can let me all up here on the corner, bro. Me and you cool and everything, bro. I've known you for a while, man. But you cannot start lying on your hands, bro. Don't do it, man. Don't take away from my knockdown. I'm the only one in the group got a knockdown now. I'm the only one in the group. Don't start taking away from me, man. Hey, you're right, man. My fault. I apologize. He had the chimp up there apologizing, y'all. You're right, man. You was the only one that got a knockdown. Damn. I felt bad too, man, because you was standing too close to me. I didn't get full extension. And then my ankle still hurt from when I was getting off the canvas from Ryan Garcia too much. I think I got tendonitis in that, man. I'm about to have them wrap my ankle next time. And I'm thinking about suing that shoe company. They knew goddamn well just because they was sponsoring me for the night and paid me a little extra money, man, that was some shitty ass boxing equipment. I ain't never wore no shit like that. Hey, man, it is what it is, man. It was interesting all the way around, bro. Andrew said Jihad looked real good, super impressed. Yeah, for sure. Huge steps on performance in the last 2 fights. Yeah, man. Jihad, you know, they keep stepping it up. You know what I'm saying? Looked great last night. Continue to show people, you know what I'm saying, what his talent consists of. And that you can't say, oh, well, this is his style. And you got to keep on working at the notoriety part, man. When you got people just throwing shade and shit every freaking time you step in the ring, then it gets complicated sometimes, man. Just like Jihad said on TBV back in the day when they was asking about sparring, he said it was discrepancies. You know, it's just discrepancies going on with Timothy. And he ain't the only fighter. He got criticized. He ain't the only fighter. Real talk. Someday it's gonna stop. I'm pretty sure of it. But y'all remember, man, marshmallows are nothing. Real talk. Don't you even trip. Marshmallows are nothing, goddammit. Go get your t-shirts. Marshmallows are nothing. When it comes to Devin pre-workout drink, make sure you get your marshmallows or nothing. Andrew said, I missed your Jihad live earlier, so I'm going to say it now. The broadcast has fight with no commentary and only had the ring mic. And his pops on the mic. What a dynamic duo Jihad and his pops are. Yeah, man, it was good that they well, he's did that before. That's not the first time. You know what I'm saying? But it's good to allow him to get that airtime, though. You know, it was good for them to allow him to get the airtime. The one thing I did notice, and Shaw News can attest to this, one thing I did notice is that music was not dropping the N-word like he usually do. Hey, music. He wasn't saying he sucked. When music say a fighter suck, it hits different. You know, must start finding him. Hey man, let's find him every time he says suck, man. It's just something about that word. It pierces me, man. It's piercing my soul. And I'm not even fighting. He didn't say he sucked, and he wasn't dropping the N-word, you know what I'm saying, as much at all. I don't think he said it once. You know, he was giving good advice, instructions, you know, and Jihad seemed to be listening and everything. So it was good to get that airtime, man, get that exposure, you know, in Canada. You know what I'm saying? Better to be global than just local. Shout out to Toby Bartlett. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure. Shout out to KQKC Boxing Network in the building. What's good with it, KQ? How you feeling, bro? Devin's reaction time to the sirens was elite level. Smooth walkout too, then panic run. Well, when they got around that little bend, yeah, they start to trot a little bit, bro. They got up out of there. They start to trot a little bit, Andrew. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. They did. They start to trot a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They hurry up and got up out of there. You know, Devin was probably driving someone that had the remote remote starter on it. The car was already running by the time they even got to the parking lot. The lights was on and everything. You know, I mean, the ride was going pretty good until, you know what I'm saying, the wrong person started to brag about. Devin started to brag that he hit that motherfucking busted his lip, and people's like, man, stop it, bro. You know what I'm saying? We good, man. We cool, but man, you gotta stop it, man. Don't do that don't do that, Devin. Don't talk about you bust his lip and he was leaking and all that. No. Stop doing it, man. We don't want to put you on social media. They done it with both corners mic'd up before, what I do not like, but this time it was just Jihad's. Oh, okay, for sure. Yeah, that's who I heard. You know what I'm saying? It was good, man. I think they should do it because it's not like he's not giving him sound advice. You feel me? It's not like he's not giving him sound advice for the fight. Hey, people have to understand he's still 21 years old. He's only 21 years old. Special fighter, you know what I'm saying? Electric boogie, got his own rhythm and dance. And it's gonna be something to see once he finally get the shot. You know what I'm saying? Stuff behind the scene. You know what I'm saying? We can't talk about stuff behind the scene. Can't wait till he finally get his shot. But I'm not gonna I'm not gonna take too much. I just want to encourage you all to go to your local Publix, a local food mart, and get you a Haney punch kit. That's what I want to do. I'm always here to help the general public. Why? Because that's part of what my services are outside of the military. You know, serve the country. Now I want to serve my community by suggesting that you get that Haney punch kit. You know what I'm saying? Some stores may have a different flavor. You know what I'm saying? But you know, just go in there and get some of these sprinkles, or you know what I'm saying, these different type of sugar additives that you can put on your marshmallows. You know, be creative, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to put some type of caramel on there, chocolate. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's totally up to you. But make the most of it, okay? And when the next time you're at a carnival, make sure the people that you're traveling with, before you leave the house, you take a head count. And when you take a head count, you look at the motherfuckers that's in your group. Okay. Hey, I know I said that I had enough tickets, but you can't go with us today. No. Hold up. I don't have time to argue with you about it. I just don't think this is a good time for you to go. We going to a local fair. Not this time, man. Not this time. We'll see you. We ain't gonna be that long anyway, bro. We're gonna bring you back a Five Guys burger. Okay? Just chill, bro. Let's see you. Hey, same. We'll see you when you get back. We'll bring you a Five Guys burger too, bro. But you can't go with us. You need to start eliminating motherfuckers that you know that's not right. You know what I'm saying? And also, you need to eliminate the stupidity from yourself, knowing that if you're the one that's supposed to be the more mature one, or you're doing better than everybody else, you got to hold yourself accountable. You can't go up there doing dumb shit like we just seen. You can't go up there and do that dumb shit, man. I can't even spend too much time talking about this shit. So I want to give a big shout out to the hottest chat in the MF game, man. Continue to support the channel. And I understand that boxing right now, it's easy to come over here and talk about the Canelo situation and Crawford. Yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying? But the people are just coming up with same shit. The ones who are freaking still the casualties of the aerosexual era. All they doing is talk about Crawford. You know what I'm saying? All they doing is talking about Crawford. What happened? What happened to the 147-pound division? Like, where is it? Like, why has that shit just went into hibernation? Summer ain't over yet. Like, what's going on? Who's fighting who, when, what, and where? All this. Oh, man. You know, sign with Matchroom. It's going to be a hell of a fight. We're going to make that Crawford. Bro, I don't want to hear nothing about Crawford Ennis. I want to hear what's going on with the 147-pound division. I want to see some action. Who's fighting? Who's fighting, man? Who's fighting who? That's what I want to know. Who's fighting who? When are we going to hear the news if we're going to get the 154-pound championship fight? When are we going to hear that that's locked in? You feel me? So until next time, be a boxing topic for show. But I had to come over here and definitely show support to Devin and also enlighten you all on what you should do if you want to get that punching power, right? Because you've been struggling. I'm talking about those of you that's been struggling and your shadow been fucking you up behind closed doors, in the backyard. If your shadow has fucked you up, your shadow's freaking 12-0 on you. Maybe you should go to the store and get that freaking that Haney punch kit, make you a nice cup of cocoa and put the marshmallows on top. And just add whatever you want to it, man. Sip on it slowly. Let it get in your system and your bloodstream. You're going to feel this surge of energy. That's when you go back and run it with your shadow. And when you start fucking up your shadow, then, and not a second earlier, you should feel confident about walking up here and say, okay, I got decent punching power. That's when you should go out there trying to find somebody to run the fade with. Always taking in consideration there's weight classes for a reason now. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game, man. Y'all hold it down till next